Hi there, Doc Claire here for weekly wisdom tips for aging young. Well, last week we spoke about little disappointments, and this week we're going to look at big disappointments and how do we deal with them. I'm exploring those big disappointments like the ones that knock the breath out of us. Well, before I get started, I'd like to honor my son, who was born 49 years ago today. You know, he taught me to see things differently. When he was a young boy, he challenged my way of thinking by never accepting the status quo. I could no longer say, just because I said so. In his dying, I learned to express my emotions with positive, creative behavior instead of the destructive behavior that I had used when other losses happened. Well, you might ask, well, how did I do that? In the next few videos, I'm going to share with you my secret steps on how to move through those disappointments and be at peace with our losses. So the step one for me is acknowledging my loss. Don't spend too much time in denial. That's the American way. Choose another way. I allowed myself to dive into my feelings by writing in a journal, by gardening, healing massages, art projects, support groups, friends, and coaching. Grieving isn't something you do alone. Well, I had a client whose dog died. You know, when he came to me, he felt really guilty because he missed his pet more than close family members who had died. Our work together helped him acknowledge the first step, the loss of his dog, and how special that relationship was. Step two was we used creative ceremonies to honor what was. So he wrote a story about his relationship with Buddy and how much he loved him. And then he decided, with my help, to create a little altar with a candle and a picture of Buddy, honoring his loss and the value of their relationship together. He told me he felt lighter, his chest didn't hurt anymore, and he no longer felt guilty for loving his dog more than his family. So, you know, you can do grieving differently. So stay tuned for next week when we'll look at some more creative ways to help with dealing with big disappointments in our life. Bye for now. Claire, your modern day medicine woman.